Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of the tvtraysessions here at Guitar Talk with Todd at toddbeebemusic. Thank you all for checking in and joining me. Grab your coffee and drink up and join us. We're coming on today to salute the great Ed King from the Lynyrd Skynyrd Band and Strawberry Alarm Clock. We lost Ed 5 years ago on this date in 2018. It's hard to believe it's been 5 years. I wanted to just come on here and talk about Ed a little bit. Started with the Strawberry Alarm Clock, of course, and went on to do some great things with the Lynyrd Skynyrd Band. Obviously, co-wrote Sweet Home Alabama, but he did so much more than that. So many of those older Skynyrd tunes were driven by or co-written by and/or Ed King, and what an awesome guy. I was lucky enough to be around Ed quite a few times. He was always very kind of what you would call soft-spoken, but yet, if he didn't like something, he would let you know as well. And in the mid to late 1990s, Ed sort of retired. The last time I actually saw him face to face in person was up at Alpine Valley in Wisconsin, and that was a long time ago. And from that point on, we stayed in touch through the phone and email. And a few years before he passed, he called me up and told me he had just been endorsed by a new pick company, V-Picks, which is what this is. I'm going to put some close-ups of this. And he's like, I'll send you out a couple. So it's actually signed on the card. And he sent this to me. It was very cool. I'll kind of read what it says here. It says, legendary guitarist Ed King, an original member of Lynyrd Skynyrd, co-wrote the hit song Sweet Home Alabama, and it is his voice that you hear counting off the tune before launching into his famous Stratocaster riff. Then down at the bottom it says Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee 2006. Ed has played with Seashells for over 30 years. He recently chose the V-Pick 1980 to add to his pick preference and requested we make it for him in red. It is a great honor to present to you and the world the Ed King model. And there's the actual pick, and then Ed signed the card too. And so it's pretty cool. Ed actually sent that to me. He actually sent me a couple of those. And just an awesome guy. Like I said, I'll get some close-ups of that too. As far as stories about Ed, I know one time he talked to, I guess you would say he was kind of jaded by the business. Imagine that. Because I remember him making a comment once backstage to me that, like, we were talking about just, playing music you love versus stuff that, is commercially, or that you think is going to be commercially successful as you're putting it out. I remember him saying, yeah, I used to think, back when I used to think that people, wanted to hear the music that you cared about releasing. And I thought that was kind of, I remember I kind of stopped for a minute and had to sort of think about the words that he just said. And, he had gotten to the point where he told me a few times he understood now that the music business was a business. And he always said he was damn lucky. He used those exact words that Sweet Home Alabama took off, and it, basically set him up with a good life and stuff. And so his eyes a little bit jaded, I think, about the business and things, that the way it kind of went, and rightfully so. There's a lot of negativity in the music business, but there's a lot of good too, and I try to stay on that side on this show. You can find plenty of stuff out there about the negative. We don't need to we don't need to dwell on that. But at the end of the day, Ed wrote some fantastic music, and we'll always remember him as one of those early members of the Lynyrd Skynyrd Band. And what a guitar player, super great guy. He had a heck of a guitar collection too. We used to talk all about that and stuff, and he would email me. It was kind of cool, to open your email at a morning drinking coffee or whatever, and there's just like check this out, Todd. And it'd be like him just playing, his old Les Paul or something. It was cool to have a relationship like that with him. So sure do miss Ed, and we salute him on this day, August 22nd, 2023. 5 years ago, we lost him on 2018. We love you, Ed. We sure do miss you down here, and thanks for all the great music. Do you guys have a Ed King memory, a favorite song with Lynyrd Skynyrd or Strawberry Alarm Clock? Comment below any memories you might have with Ed. Find me on Facebook at toddbeebemusic. And thanks for checking in, all of you. Please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that. And we will see you again. Stay safe and love your dogs. Take care.